Hello students, welcome to All4's e-learning senior intermediate English class. In this class, I am very much excited to teach you one of the grammar topics of second year composition, that is idioms and phrases. Dear students, you remember it's a general topic. The students are expected to enhance their communication skills. For that, they will have to improve their vocabulary and communication skills. So this comes under that part. So to improve communication skills, one has to put sincere efforts. Coming to idioms and phrases, in intermediate, this particular bit carries 4 marks. 6 idioms will be given or phrases will be given, and the student is expected to attempt 4. In the examination, the students need not write the meaning of the idiom, but they will have to write the sentences. If the students know the meaning, they can write the sentences in their own words also. The other way is only by hearting the sentences from the textbook. There are some idioms in the textbook with examples, and some idioms are there without examples also. Coming to a dialogue here, just you observe the screen. There is a conversation between 2 girls, Anita and Akila, and here idioms are underlined. Just have a glance, my dear young students. Now let me read the sentences. Hi Akila seemed to be over the moon. What is meant by over the moon? It is an idiom, and generally people do not know the meaning. Unless they know the meaning, they won't understand the sentence. Hi Akila seemed to be very much excited. Over the moon means here very much excited. Why is Akila very much excited? The response of Akila, A, don't you know the inter results are music to my ears. Music to my ears, what does it mean? When we read, we feel very strange. But when we know the meaning of that idiom, we can understand the meaning of the sentence and we can enjoy it. Music to my ears. The intermediate results are good news for me. And she asks, what about you? The response of Anita is, I had to eat humble pie. What is meant by humble pie here? In fact, we don't know. If we know the meaning, we can understand. Here, eat humble pie means humiliating pardon. I'm sorry, she says. I had to eat humble pie. I am very sorry, like that. I failed in one subject. I'm sorry, I failed in one subject. With some sort of insult, she says here. Then Akila again says, why? There is a pause in dialogue, we use ellipsis. You burnt the midnight oil, I think. Burnt the midnight oil means what here? You worked up to midnight. Then how could you get failure? Then again Anita says, nevertheless, even though, in spite of that, this is a simple sentence. We use nevertheless in simple sentence. I failed in one subject. Though I studied up to midnight, I failed in one subject. And then Akila says, don't cry your eyes out. Don't cry your eyes out. It seems to be very big, but the meaning of this is very simple, that is, don't cry. Pull up your socks. Why do you cry? Again you can improve. Pull up your socks means improve. You can improve. Prepare well again. Don't cry. Like that here Akila says. Then Anita, my father often says, don't tell me cock and bull stories. If I say to my father that I improve and I prepare well, I write the exam again, then my father says to me, don't tell me cock and bull stories. Don't tell me unnecessary stories. That is the cock and bull stories. And Akila says, don't cry over spilt milk. My dear Anita, don't express unnecessary regrets. Don't say sorry for what has already happened. Whatever is happened. Now keep bad company at bay, you will succeed. So just you keep away from bad company, definitely you will be successful, my dear Anita. Like that Akila says. Anita, thank you Akila, you have been a pillar of support. You have been a pillar of support means here you have been a strong supporter. You are my supporter. Pillar of support means strong supporter. And then Akila says, it's alright, see you. It's alright, see you. So this is the dialogue between Anita and Akila about intermediate results. So there are idiomatic expressions here, my dear students. Just this is an example. Okay, now okay, dear students, what is a phrase and what is an idiom? You should have an idea. For example, here phrase is a group of words without a subject. Okay, so sometimes phrases are also given in the examination. Suppose, let me give one example here. Look into. What is meant by look into? Look into means investigate. Investigate. The police looked into the matter. The police investigated the matter. This is a phrase. So let me give one more example. Stamp out. Stamp out means eliminate. The curiosity of the students or the curiosity of the children should not be stamped out. Means the curiosity of the students should not be eliminated. So in the same way, we have one more here. Give up. Give up means leave. A child fearlessly tried before giving up. Let me repeat once again. A child fearlessly tried before giving up. Children will try, they won't give up. Adults generally fearing of failure, they don't even start. But children are not like that. And you have one more you take here. Rained out. The program was rained out. Cancelled due to rain. So these are phrases just for example, and idioms first let me give the definition of an idiom. An idiom is an artistic expression. Let me repeat once again. My dear young students, please pay attention. An idiom is an artistic expression. Point number 1. Its meaning is unpredictable. The meaning of an idiom is unpredictable from the usual meaning of the component words. There will be other words in a sentence. The meaning of an idiom is unpredictable, and an idiom is a dialect, and people have some sort of confusion about idioms. And one more thing, my dear students, remember, idioms add glamour to the language. They add glamour. Sentences seem to be glamorous. Dear students, please remember, those who are good at English, those who have wonderful vocab and extraordinary skills, their presentation will be fascinating. Dear students, you have to remember that fact. Whatever the studies you have in future, the added advantage is English language. Keep that in mind. So, what is an idiom? An idiom is an artistic expression. Its meaning is unpredictable. Its meaning is unpredictable from the usual meanings of its component words, and it's a dialect, and which is a confusion to the idioms, which is a confusion to the people, and idioms add glamour to language. Suppose, my dear students, here let me write a word. Seem to be lost in clouds. Have you ever heard this idiom? Seem to be lost in clouds. We ask him, anybody, those who are in confused state of mind, we can ask, you seem to be lost in clouds, what happened? You seem to be very confused, what happened to you? If the person does not know, he will look here and there. And we are not supposed to use these idioms and phrases when we speak to the people who do not know English. Okay, and I write one more here. Alive and kicking. Alive and kicking. What is meant by alive and kicking? Can you tell, my dear students? Do you have any idea about it? Alive and kicking. If you take the original meaning, it seems to be absurd. Alive and kicking means very active. She is alive and kicking. That means she is very active. So here you take one more idiom. Kick the bucket. Kick the bucket. What is meant by kick the bucket? In fact, we do not know how to write a sentence unless we know the meaning. Bucket means we know very well. Kick also we know. Normal meaning, if you take, it will be different, but the idiomatic meaning is our grandfather kicked the bucket yesterday. Means our grandfather passed away. Our grandfather died. So for that we use the idiom kicked the bucket. Dear students, like that you have number of idioms in second year English textbook. I give you some idioms here. Please pay attention. I read out. You listen to them, and later you can practice for perfection. Dear students, you please pay attention. Suppose you take the idiom once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. So here, dear students, once in a blue moon, happen very rarely. He attends classes once in a blue moon. She goes to a movie once in a blue moon. I eat non-veg once in a blue moon. You can give number of idioms here. My dear students, just have a glance. You should know the meaning.
Ready.
Okay, dear young students, just have a glance. On the screen, there are some idioms, and let me explain one by one. Perhaps some of you know the meaning and you can frame your own sentences also. You take the first one, once in a blue moon. Please listen very carefully. First, I tell the meaning, followed by the sentence. Please listen. Once in a blue moon means happen very rarely. She attends classes once in a blue moon. We can make number of sentences. I go to a movie once in a blue moon. He eats non-veg once in a blue moon. Next you take an arm and a leg. An arm and a leg means very expensive. Dear students, try to know the meaning first. An arm and a leg means very expensive. It costs me an arm and a leg to study in the USA. It cost him an arm and a leg to live in Delhi. Then you take the other one, a piece of the cake. Piece of the cake does not mean the piece of a cake which is a delicacy to be eaten. A piece of the cake means very easy. We can express in our day-to-day life, it's a piece of the cake for me. It's very easy for me. Batting is a piece of the cake for Virat Kohli. English is a piece of the cake for intermediate students these days. That work is a piece of the cake for me. I do it within minutes. Like that. A drop in the ocean. A small part of the big one. Our knowledge is a drop in the ocean. Einstein once said, my knowledge is a drop in the ocean. The small donation is a drop in the ocean. Small part when compared to the big one. Go the extra mile, doing something extra. My father always goes the extra mile to help the needy. I go the extra mile to support my friends. Then you take, let the cat out of the bag. Let the cat out of the bag means reveal a secret accidentally. Joel, let the cat out of the bag about my surprise birthday party. Actually, I wanted to give a surprise birthday party, but that secret was revealed by Mr. Joel. For that, Joel let the cat out of the bag about my surprise birthday party, we can say. Flogging a dead horse. Attempting something which is already over. Dear students, listen to the meaning, then listen to the sentence. Otherwise, you can't understand anything. We are flogging a dead horse. Our present business is making no money. Let's start another one. You are flogging a dead horse. You got failure many a time. Better you change your field. Like that. Next, on cloud 9. On cloud 9 means very happy. Rahul is on cloud 9 when he got a government job. Let me repeat. Rahul was on cloud 9 when he got a good job. So dear students, beat black and blue. Beat black and blue means having bruise marks when a person is attacked by anybody. Kiran was beaten black and blue by the violent crowd. Kiran was beaten black and blue by the violent crowd. That means Kiran was attacked, and with that attack he got injuries on his body. For that we use this idiomatic expression. And donkey's ears. Donkey's ears. The expression here, the words seem to be different. What is a donkey and what are donkey's ears? Here donkey's ears means for a long time. I have been teaching English grammar for donkey's ears. I have been teaching English grammar for donkey's ears. That means I have been teaching English grammar for a long time. So dear students, these are the idioms. You can make your own sentences. Go on writing. If you go on writing, you will get ideas. Okay, dear students. Okay, dear students, you have some more idioms on the board. Just have a glance for a while. You take the 11th one, cook someone's goose. Spoil someone's plans. Listen the meaning, then you listen the sentence. If you do not listen to the meaning, you won't understand the sentence. This year severe drought cooked Ramaya's goose. That means this year severe drought spoiled Ramaya's plans. and Corona cooked everyone's goose in 2020. Corona spoiled the plans of everybody. A relevant example we can take. Like that you can frame number of sentences, my dear students. At the 11th hour, last possible moment, if you want to do anything good, don't try to do that at the 11th hour. Don't come here at the 11th hour and seek something. If you want anything, you should have come earlier. You came at the 11th hour and you are seeking something. How can it be possible? Like that we can express. In general expressions, if we use, we can become perfect. In the blink of an eye, in fraction of a second, the announcement of intermediate result reaches every nook and corner in the blink of an eye. The messages reach any place in the blink of an eye. Just if we press, message goes in the blink of an eye. Rags to riches. From poverty to wealth. Ambani's life is a story of rags to riches. Ambani started his career as a poor man, and you know what Ambani is at present. Leave no stone unturned. Utilize every possible moment. Every opportunity you should utilize. Abdul Kalam left no stone unturned to motivate the students. I leave no stone unturned to get success. We have to avail ourselves of every opportunity. Give a tongue lashing. Give a tongue lashing means scold strongly. The teacher gave a tongue lashing to a lazy boy. My father gave me a tongue lashing when I got failure. Blow one's horn. Self-boosting. She started blowing her horn, then all people left that particular place. If we tell something about us that does not entertain others, people won't receive that. Self-boosting is not good. Thrilled to bits, very much happy. I was thrilled to bits when I got state first rank. She was thrilled to bits when she received a fancy gift. I was thrilled to bits when my father appreciated me after my success in the examinations. And a hot potato means burning topic. What is the burning topic at present? You know very well, my dear students. Corona is a burning topic all over the world. Judge a book by its cover. Don't come to a conclusion by observing the outward appearance. she doesn't seem to be intelligent. But don't judge a book by its cover. Though she doesn't seem to be intelligent, she is very, very talented. Appearance, don't consider. So I think you might have heard this one in advertisements also. It comes frequently. Hit the sack. Can you anticipate its meaning, my dear young students? If you know the meaning, you can write the sentence. Hit the sack means go to bed. My father hits the sack at 9 p.m. I hit the sack at 11 p.m. Turn a deaf ear, paying no attention. Our boss turned a deaf ear when we put a proposal in front of him. As he did not like that proposal, he turned a deaf ear. He did not pay much attention. Back to the salt mines. Coming to work again. We all go back to the salt mines on Monday. On Sunday we have a holiday, and again on Monday we all go back to the salt mines. Idiomatic expressions are like that. They seem to be absurd, but if you know the meaning, it will be very exciting to read them. Dear students, please read. Remember that. All Greek to me. All Greek to me means meaningless. Our explanation was all Greek to me. Our explanation was meaningless. I could not understand anything. Taste of your own medicine. When we do an evil thing, that will affect us only. An evil-minded person will taste of his own medicine sooner or later. So dear students, try to understand. Feather in one's cap, we get success. The success one by one comes. So like that here we can give one example. Bahubali's success is a feather in Rajamouli's cap. So you get a rank in a particular examination. For instance, you take intermediate first year, you got top rank, and again if you get top rank in second year, it's a feather in my cap, like that you can say. Risk life and limb. Taking a lot of risk and danger to life. That's why we can use the sentence here. Don't risk life and limb by participating in reality shows. Don't risk life and limb by participating in dreadful scenes. Okay. Keep at arm's length. Avoiding people. Okay. I always keep cheats at arm's length. I avoid such people. I don't like them. I keep lazy fellows at arm's length. Put all your eggs in one basket. Total money is invested in one field. And if you get lost, you will be on roads. That's why how we express the sentence with this idiom means, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't go for 20 lakh chit. Go for 10 2 lakh chits. Like that, for example. Don't invest your total money in one business. Okay, dear students. Head over heels means very excited, very happy. He has been head over heels since he fell in love with a girl. Like that, you can give many examples. My dear students, there are only 30 I could be able to read out. There are number of idioms and phrases in your textbook, and generally also you can read idioms. They will be very much useful to you in future when you appear for competitive examinations. Okay, dear students, this is the topic, idioms and phrases. I hope that you have understood well. Mere understanding is not adequate. You will have to read the meanings, and you will have to read the sentences again and again. Then they will be instilled into your mind and they will be indelible. That means they will settle in your brain. Okay, for watching this video, I am very thankful to you, my dear students. Thank you very much.